The president intentionally stopped when he saw a little boy on the road and stared at him for a long time. He had always been a serious person. At first, he thought the child only looked familiar. After all, many people in the world can resemble each other. Still, out of kindness, he sent the injured boy to the hospital for a checkup. At the clinic, the doctor also noticed something unusual when he looked at the child. The doctor said, "Your son seems a little different." The president replied, "Oh, I'm not his father." The doctor smiled and said, "Sir, don't joke. The child's beautiful eyes look just like yours." After hearing the doctor's words, the president felt something strange in his heart. He had always believed that he might never have children in his life, but the more he looked at the little boy, the stronger the feeling became that something was not right. It felt too familiar to simply be a coincidence. While thinking about it, he suddenly remembered something from 6 years ago. Back then, in a hotel, he had helped a young woman who was being mistreated by others. That night, the two of them spent some time together. After that, they never met again and never stayed in contact. A bold thought suddenly came to the president's mind. Could this child be hers? Although the possibilities seemed small, it was the only explanation he could think of. To find out the truth, the president immediately asked his assistant to arrange a DNA test between him and the child. He wanted to know for sure whether the boy was really his son. What the president didn't know was that his guess was actually correct. The boy really was the child of that young woman. For 6 years, she had raised the child all by herself. Her life during those years was not easy. She worked in a restaurant, washing dishes to earn money, and took care of the child as both mother and father. Life was difficult, but she never complained. On the same day the boy met the president, the woman was working at the restaurant. While working, she accidentally bumped into a guest. That guest turned out to be the same man who had treated her badly 6 years ago. But an even bigger coincidence was about to happen. The president's family had never had a direct heir. The elder of the family was very worried that the family name would not continue. Because of this, he secretly planned to adopt a man and make him the president's foster son so he could inherit the family. That very day was the ceremony arranged for the man to be officially accepted into the family. When this man saw the woman, he immediately recognized her. The anger from 6 years ago was still in his heart, and he wanted revenge. He reached out his hand as if to greet her. At that moment, the boy suddenly ran forward and stood in front of his mother. He did not want anyone to bully her again. The boy quickly took out a business card that the president had given him earlier. He said bravely, "If you bully my mom, I'll call my dad." The man looked down at the card. It had the president's name on it. He knew how powerful the president was, and that his business cards were not given out casually, so he immediately assumed the card had been stolen. He began shouting at the woman and the child, accusing them of stealing the card and pretending to be related to the president. Then he called the local security and told them to control the situation. People nearby thought the mother and son were going to face serious trouble, but at the most critical moment, everything suddenly changed. The president's assistant returned with the DNA test report. The family elder carefully looked at the report and was shocked.